What's up, YouTube? Mad Fragger back again for another fragrance review. And today I've got a really good one for you. I'm actually going to do three reviews today on three different fragrances. But I don't want to put them all together, so I'm going to just shoot each one individually, do an individual review on each one, but they're all going to be posted to the channel today. So the first one that I have today that I want to share with you is Starmen Nebula by Fragrance World. I picked this up not too long ago. It's my first Fragrance World fragrance. Uh, I've heard great things about this house though, so I'm hoping for great things. Based on this one, there's another Fragrance World fragrance out there right now, the Spectre Ghost, which is a clone of Nishan Ani, which I love. It's one of my favorite fragrances that there are. Really like Annie, and I'm hoping that, especially based on the merit of this one, hoping that they maybe I'll get Spectre Ghost for Christmas from Santa Claus. Fingers crossed. So anyway, on to this fragrance. Gonna try to make this a quick review. I'm not gonna drag this out too long. Here's the box. Starmen Nebula by Fragrance World. It's an eau de parfum concentration. Uh, that's the box, and here's the bottle. Now the bottle, I really like this bottle. It's really nice. Got a kind of a matte, soft matte finish to it. The cap is a little bit heavy. It's not like real heavy, but it is metal, and it's either metal or it's like a really thick plastic. But it's got some weight to it. It's got a little heft to it. It's pretty good. And you got Fragrance World on the top of the atomizer here. And you got this, beautiful golden amber juice inside. The Obviously, if you've seen pictures of Mugler Pure Malt, which is what they're cloning here, they kind of, use a little bit of inspiration. You got the star there. You got the same kind of, the color scheme is similar. Pure Malt's like a rubberized black bottle with a star in the middle, and it's like clear so you can see the juice through it. It's a really cool bottle. But I think this is a pretty cool bottle too. Now, Pure Malt is a fragrance that's discontinued. It's apparently pretty difficult to find, pretty expensive when you do find it. A lot of people really love that scent profile, and were really disappointed to see it be discontinued. And for somebody who smelled Pure Malt before and knows, what this fragrance is about and what it's doing, I could see him being really excited about this here, because I can't say with any degree of accuracy how close it comes to Pure Malt by Mugler, because I've not smelled that. But what I can tell you is I have heard great things about this fragrance and about how closely it resembles and how close it comes to Pure Malt. And but standalone as a fragrance, it's really great. I really like it. Gonna give you a look at the atomizer. It's not like a fantastic atomizer, but it's not a bad one. Puts out a real nice scent cloud. It does put out a good bit of juice. I will say that it does put out a good bit of juice out of there. And already in the air, I'm getting like the off the top. Mostly what I get off the top is like a lot of orange, and then that kind of malt, and then the boozy whiskey. Let me give you the notes on it. I got a cheat sheet here with the notes. Now, these notes are the same note breakdown that you're going to see if you look up Starmen Nebula, as you're going to see if you look up Mugler Pure Malt. The note breakdowns are identical. They're the same exact note breakdown. You got fruity notes, orange, and bergamot in the top, which out of those, I definitely get that orange. Malt, whiskey, patchouli, coffee, and cedar in the mid. Peat, vanilla, amber, and musk in the base. Now, you definitely get the malt. You definitely get that boozy feel. And then down in the base, you definitely get like that peat. I think is what I feel like. That's what gives it this kind of like earthy, kind of dank, earthy quality. This kind of backbone that everything else is kind of playing off of, and it does it really nice. It's a great fragrance. It has really good performance. First 2 hours on your skin, it's going to push really nice, have a really good sillage. Um, Stick around with you for about 8 hours. I've heard people say longer, but for me, in my experience on my skin, when I've given this a wear, it's about 8 hours on my skin. It sticks around really good. Um, and and pushes off really good. I mean, there's nothing bad to say about the performance on this. You know, I definitely give this a hats off. Hats off to Starmen Nebula by Fragrance World. It's a great fragrance. Um, whether you are somebody who's smelled pure malt before and is looking for an alternative where you don't have to go hunt down pure malt and pay all that money, or you're somebody who's never tried pure malt and you want to, here's one thing that I want to leave you with though on this fragrance that stands out to me the most, and that is the uniqueness of it. It's a very unique fragrance. It doesn't, when you spray this, you're not going to be reminded of, other stuff. Like you're not going to spray and say, that kind of reminds me of this or that. It's very unique. It stands alone. It's got a unique profile that might make it a little divisive. That might make it a little bit subjective to people that don't care for certain types of notes and fragrances. It's not one that's for everybody. It's not a mass appealing crowd pleaser, but what it does very, very well, and that's give you a very nice, fruity, boozy, and rich fragrance. It's smooth. There's no harshness, no screechiness to it. It's very smooth, very balanced, great fragrance. And I encourage you guys to go out and pick this one up and add it to your collection. Gonna go ahead and move on to the next one here because I got a couple more I'm doing today. But that's Starmen Nebula by Fragrance World. And I want to thank all you guys for joining me for this review, and I will see you next time.